Well, I hope you like this one. These next two I wrote myself. I got the idea from other places, but I added to it, and I hope you enjoy it. This first one is called Falling Apart. Just the other day, I ran into Keith Carraway. I hadn't seen him in almost a decade. He was still on the go after 80 years or so and still hadn't started to fade. He was a rancher and a pretty good dancer and always had a zest for life. When the wrangling was done, he liked to have fun, always had a zest for life. I asked him about his kin and how he had been. He said things were going okay. I sensed some doubt as his eyes looked about. He seemed a little uneasy that day. I held up my head, and that's when I said, I'm not so sure what you're saying is true. He looked in my eyes and seemed surprised and said, I could never keep a secret from you. After my wife died, I cried and I cried. There would never be another like her. I miss her love, and now she's above and things could never be like they were. But things got lonely with just me only, so I looked for somebody to be part of my life. I found just the one. My searching was done, and I asked her to be my wife. Her name was Bess, and when she said yes, she made me so happy, I'd say. We were united as one. My searching was done. It happened the very next day. Well, the wedding night went kind of all right. It went differently what I thought. We sat on the bed right near the head, and I was thinking, she's looking pretty hot. Well, she took out her teeth and said, Hey, Keith, could you get me a glass of water? I got off the bed and did as she said. She was starting to look a little less hotter. Then she popped out her glass eye and said with a sigh, Honey, put this by the chair. I got off the bed and did as she said. Thank goodness she had beautiful hair. Well, she took off her wig, and it wasn't too big. She had less hair on her scalp than me, and she put it down with a bit of a frown. I wonder what else there would be. She grabbed hold of her leg and unhooked the peg and took it off just above the knee. Then she held up her head and flipped her stump onto the bed and fluttered her eye at me. I was astounded. My ego was grounded. I stood up and said with my heart, I'll be by the chair because there's more of you there. It looks like you're falling apart. Well, the wedding night was done, but he said he had fun. But I think that he said it best. Don't dwell on your loss, no matter the cost. Just be thankful for the parts you have left. Thank you.